quickly finish off this chapter. I mean, what is it? This question paper, and then start with the chapter. Taka taka. Hello. The chapter 2 and 3, solution. We'll do and start the next chapter. Hello. Yes. Where are others done? Wait, are you? You guys were not there, yesterday's class. Went to hometown. Full everyone. Why that? Everyone now. Huh? Here everyone's there. Where are you? You both. Online. Where are you poor? Why? Online is gone only. Others done? Huh? On the way. A chocolate. Chinbudo, the other. Huh? Okay. Kavya, you came yesterday. You were there this side. Who? Arini's neighbor. You were there yesterday. Who else was not there? You were there. What's your name? I forgot. Kanishka. You were there. Pakka. Promise Anchirag. Okay. They online now. Something should be done for attendance. Allah. What shall we do? So for attendance, something is to be done. What do we do? We'll think. Huh? ID card Allah. See, one thing that we were having, like trying to have a policy is that whoever is having 100% attendance, no? So it becomes a moral responsibility of us also to support you back. Correct? Like irrespective of what is the scenario, you have always been trying to attend them. So it is our responsibility as well to support it back. So remember, anyone who has full care, 100% attendance, both in class and tests. Anyone? 100% attendance. Attendance in class and test. Okay, 3, 4 of you have. 4 of you. Which attempts? Jan? September. September. May. May, okay. Okay. See, one thing that online also, okay. See, one thing is that whoever definitely has this, I promise you to hand hold you until the day of your exam. Personal coaching I will do. Only for them. Here, I am doing justice only. This is out of my personal commitment. Doors are gone. I told you day one. Don't you think they deserve something? 99.9 also doesn't deserve. Yes. So you never know. For rest of the percentage also something more can come. So it is your duty to make sure be at least live. Yeah. Yes. So be serious. Even I'll also be looking at you in the same way. Agreed? Yes? Okay. But good job. But until the full completely is done, we'll see. So we also, ಆಯ್ತು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ. ಆಯ್ತು online background, all of you able to see here? Okay. I hope you guys got the soft copies they have sent you. Okay. Yes, people. They have not. Oh, can someone distribute this randomly? Bara cheda neene. Bara neene. ಬಾರ ಆಯ್ತು ಏನ್ 3 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡೋ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕೇನಾ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡೋ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಂಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಾರ ನಿಂಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ನೀನ್ ರವಿ ಮಾಮ ನೀನು solution of PDF of first test they have sent, no? Oh, the chapter 7 one was not sent. You give it, we'll see. They macha randomly give it we will, you guys have to evaluate, no? Make sure you don't give the same paper, da. No. So meanwhile, he'll be doing it. Now see, New Age Private Limited issued 9% non-convertible debentures worth 10 lakh, and thereafter the directors contemplated to get them listed. Okay, concentrate. After due formalities, these privately placed non-convertible debentures of 10 lakh were listed. Which of the following options is applicable in the given situations? First of all, people, public company, a private company. Correct? Can a private company issue, can they get listed? Answer is yes. Non-convertible debentures issued on a private placement basis can get listed. So is this possible? Answer is yes. So what is the answer? The New Age Private Limited shall not be considered as a listed company. I hope most of you got this option right. Okay, next one. Krishna Religious Publishers Limited has received application money of 20 lakh on 10th October 2019 from the applicants who applied for allotment of equity share in response to a private placement offer of securities made by the company to them. Select the latest date by which the company must allot the shares against the application money so received. Now, first keep off that inside. Go home and correct and come on. Tomorrow we will see what is the. Tomorrow I'll be. Hey, chapter 7 one test is done. You guys all have your marks also, right? Yes or no? So tomorrow I'll try to show you the QR code. You can put your marks there. Even online, whatever you guys have done, you guys have to do a self-evaluation. Whatever is the evaluation you have done, you can enter your marks there. You will get a beautiful analysis. So enter the marks there. Probably tomorrow I'll show the QR code. This one and chapter 7 one. Clear? Hello? Okay. Yes, people, a company has done a private placement on 10th October 2019 itself. Yeah. When should they do the allotment? Within 60 days, noda, private placement. See, 30 na. 60 days, the public offer is 30 days. That's why wantedly there are two options now. One is 9th November, one is 9th December. People whoever think it is 30 days would have marked 9th November. I don't know how many of you have done, but I'm sure most of you would have done. Yes. Answer is people 9th December 2019. Be thankful to God. Why? They just gave options between 9th and 10th. I mean 9th November and 9th December. What if you had 10th December also? Yes, no. How do you calculate that 60 days? Leave the day. That is when you are counting 10th. Leave the 10th. From 11th, it will be 60th day. Whichever is the date falling on 60, that will be counted. Getting the point, Okay, na? Okay. Delight Sports Garments Limited is contemplating to raise funds through issue of prospectors in which, according to the directors, A sum of 50 crore should be stated as minimum amount that needs to be subscribed by prospective subscriber. The fund shall be raised in 4 installments consisting of application, allotment, first, second, and final call. Advise the company by which installment it should receive the minimum subscription stated in the prospectus. Yo, this question was there. Which one, da? I hope everyone wrote it. Application money. What is the minimum application money? Minimum application money. Minimum application money. 5% or such percentage as prescribed by SEBI. SEBI has prescribed 25%. Clear? Okay. Extra Limited is growing company and requires additional funds for expansion from time to time. They are following the same process for making an offer to public and then issue those shares. This is very time and energy consuming for them. Kindly advise them if there is any way out. What is the way out? See, answer no, Putra. So what is that they're telling you people? The company wants to raise money again and again and again, it seems. Every time to issue prospectus and again raise money. Prospectus again raise money. It's a time consuming process. Do they have an alternative? Can they just file one prospectus and can they raise money throughout the year? Which prospectus will allow them to do? Shelf prospectus will allow them to do. Why there is two? Oh, validity of 2 years, 1 year. So I'll go with C. Agreed? Okay. Being in need of further capital, Rimsey Cotton Silk Products Limited opted to offer 50 lakh shares of rupees 1 each to 50 identified persons on private placement basis, and accordingly a letter of offer accompanied by serially numbered application form was sent to them after fulfillment of due formalities, including passing of special resolution. One of the applicants, Rajan, made a written complaint to the company highlighting the fact that the letter of offer was incomplete as well as illegal, for the same did not contain renunciation clause. Though he wanted to exercise his right of renunciation in favor of one of his son, Uday, by choosing the correct option, advised the company in this matter. Is he right? He's saying that the company went for a private placement offer itself. He's saying the way the private placement offer was made was not right and it is illegal. Why? They have not given him an option to renunciate. They're asking choose the correct option. Right of renunciation cannot be denied. The company is prohibited from providing right of renunciation, and therefore the letter of offer and application need not include any such clause. Instead of absolute prohibition, the company needs to provide right of renunciation. Instead of absolute prohibition, the company need to provide right of limited to 50% of offering. What is the answer? B people, private placement, they need not have to come with the right to renunciation. Where will right to renunciation come? Rights issue, it comes under section 60 to 1A. Correct? Huh? In private placement, where is renunciation? It does not come, right? Yes or no? Hello? Okay. Kapila question we have done yesterday. Okay. Alpha Limited, a Section 8 company, is planning to declare dividend in the AGM for the financial year ended 31st March 2018. Mr. Chopra is holding 800 equity shares as on date. State whether the Act of Companies according to the provision of Companies Act 2013. A Section 8 company is prohibited from declaring of any dividends, and hence my answer will be, again I'm telling you, easiest way to write. What is my answer? Whether the Act of Companies according to the Provision Act. That is what is the question. No, my conclusion, last line will be the act of the company is not in accordance with the provision of Companies Act, as Section 8 companies are prohibited from declaring dividends. Whatever is your question will become the answer with yes or no or can or cannot. That's all. Hello? Easy question, children. Okay, next one. Vintage Security Equipments Limited is a manufacturer of CCTV cameras. It has raised 100 crores through public issue of its equity shares for starting one more unit of CCTV camera manufacturing. It has utilized 10 crore rupees and then it realized that its existing business has no potential for expansion because government has reduced custom duty on import of CCTV camera. Hence, imported cameras from China are cheaper than its own manufacturing. Now it wants to utilize remaining amount in mobile app development business by adding a new object in its MOA. Does the Companies Act allow such change of object? If not, then what advice will you give to the company? If yes, then give steps to be followed. What is the section? Alteration of MOA. So you guys would have written section 13. I just have to alter my object clause and I can do it. That's all. No. Yes or no? You have to give exit opportunity to. So it is given in section 13 only, no? It is given in people section 27. No? Variation of terms, objects in the prospectus or contracts entered, provided money is raised by issuing prospectus. So this will come there. It's a public offer. Hello. Section 27. 13, I'm not saying it's wrong. 13 is right only, but only 13 has no sense. This is how you need to write. You tell me, does this require prospectus or not? Then you will not get marks. If it is a 5-mark one, you can maximum get 1. Or if the evaluator is someone like your uncle, auntie, then 2. So let us imagine they are not the ones. So yes, you'll get 1 mark. Hey, what is the provision? If it's a money, if it's money raised by issuing prospectus, section 27 shall apply. Alteration of MOA is just one part of it. That it cannot be a 5-mark answer. Not even 1 second that point came to your mind. You have to pass special resolution, postal ballot. Exit opportunity should be given to the dissenting shareholders. Agreed? No. And the company, tell me, a company cannot use this money in one particular activity. It is prohibited. What was that activity? Very good, Kavya. But yes, complete part is you cannot buy shares of a listed company, equity shares of a listed company. Any other security possible, unlisted company possible. That part is not there. In 2024, they have asked that question. That is, they can alter the object clause, but they cannot use the money for specifically which purpose. They have asked in 2024 attempt. So they can alter, yes, possible, provided they cannot use that money for investing that money into any other listed equity shares. You cannot use that. You cannot trade. Correct? So what is my answer? Section 27, read with section 13. Alteration of MOA plus any money issued by raising prospectus. Any alteration of the objects, you need to make sure you need to take a special resolution. That is mandatory. Clear? Hello. Section 13. Correct? Hello. They have not given section 27 specifically, but provision is that only. Where will you write this and all? Where will you write all this? Then section 27 is not there. This section is incomplete. Clear? Hello. So should I write? Yes, sir. You have to write. If section 27 is not there, 1 mark kodala. Now see, they have not mentioned. It can even be a typographical error, or it can be they have missed out printing. But section 27, if it is there, give. So when you guys are evaluating also, only section 13, there is no marks given. Yeah, maximum. Okay, 1 or 2. Not beyond that. 2 also when if everything else is written. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we will next one. Article of Association of AV Limited provides that documents may be served upon company only through speed post. Suresh dispatches some documents to the company by courier under certificate of posting. The company did not accept it on the ground that it is in the violation of articles. As a result, Suresh suffered from loss. Explain with reference to the provision of Companies Act 2013 whether refusal of document with the company is valid, whether Suresh can claim any damages for it. Understood? The company's articles of association is saying that if any person wants to send any communication to us, document or anything, it has to be through speed post. But one of the shareholder has tried to send some document to the company by a courier. The company has rejected it. They're asking you, is this rejection valid? Second one is, does he have any remedy if this rejection is invalid? What is that? First of all, which section? Section 20. Serving of notices to company, to ROC and that part. Now tell me whether this particular act of company is it valid, invalid? Invalid? Why? All of you wrote invalid. Okay, why? Huh? Uh, then what are you guys saying? I'm asking you. Company rejected it. Is the company's action valid, invalid? Invalid. Okay, why? Okay. AOA cannot override the provisions of the act. Entrenchment and all cannot happen. No? No? Okay. God bless you all. Right answer. Whenever Companies Act has clearly given me a choice, what are the choices? I can send by speed post. I can send by courier. I can send by registered post. I can send it by any electronic means. Correct? So these are the options available to me. Registered speech, the courier, leaving attendance register office in person, and in any other electronic means. So if the law only has given me all these choices, and the section nowhere says, as decided by the company in its articles of association, there is no superior power given to the articles. So because of that, whatever the company did, its action is invalid. You cannot reject it. So if the shareholder has suffered any damages, can I claim compensation? Yes, I can claim compensation. Clear all of you? Yes. Now people will say, is this easy or difficult question? Easy? No, it is difficult question. Why I'll tell you. If you guys literally remembered the entire language of the act, very good. If not, people would have written it as an entrenchment. That is, articles has prescribed a particular clause, then that will apply. They might have written that. So you will not know what to write unless you know the complete language of that section. Clear all of you? But yes, God bless you. Again, Mr. Shamlal is a B.Tech in computer science. He has promoted an IT startup and got it registered as a private limited company. Initially, only he and his family members are holding all the shares in the company. While drafting the articles of association of company, it has been included that Mr. Shamlal will remain as a director of the company for lifetime. Mr. Mehra, a close friend of Mr. Shamlal, has warned him that in future, if 75% or more shares in the company are held by non-family members, then by passing a special resolution, the relevant articles can be amended and Mr. Shamlal may be removed from the post of director. Mr. Shamlal has approached you to advise him for protecting his position as a director for lifetime. Give your answer as per the provision of Companies Act. What is the provision for this? I hope you guys understood the question. One person has written in its article itself. Today, let us imagine I float one company, ABC Private Limited. Me, my family are the shareholders. In the articles, I have written one clause that forever I will be the director of this company. Forever. One of the friend is, advising me that add one clause in your articles. What is that? Add one clause in articles. What is that? In the future, not add, he's telling you, be careful in the future. If at all other shareholders also become shareholders of your company, if 75% of them agree, then by passing a special resolution, they can amend anything in articles. So that time they can remove the point that you have put today, the director thing that can be removed. So Shamlal has come to you and he is asking your advice, what to do in this scenario. What to do? How many of you wrote this answer? How many of you left it? Okay. Now, what is the scenario? Simple. Shamlal's fear is true because tomorrow, in the verge of raising money, I will be diluting my shares. Today, I have 100%. I will give away 10. I'll give away 20, 30, 40. I'll give away someday everything. So, someday, I might not have 75% with me. So, yes, people can comment, they can amend the articles. So what they're telling you is put one clause in the articles. What is that? Instead of 75% of the people required for alteration, make it as 100% people required. See, no way you will dilute entire 100% shareholding. 100% will definitely not go out of your hand. Any day you will be a shareholder. So put a clause in articles of association that for amending articles, instead of passing a special resolution, make it as unanimous, meaning 100% should agree. If that is the case, even you will be a shareholder. If you say no, then alteration cannot happen. So in that way, your interest can be protected. Understood or didn't understand? All of you understood? That is the opinion you had to give here. It's an entrenchment. Section 5. Yes, sir. Hello? Understood or didn't understand? All of you? Pakka? Entrenchment. See here. People, look at the conclusion. See the here. In the said situation, the IT startup is a private company. Therefore, Mr. Shamlal can get the articles altered, which is agreed to by all the members, whereby the amended article will say that he can be removed from the post of director only if, say, 95% of the votes are cast in favor of the resolution instead of 75%. I can make it little more stringent. Possible, huh? Make it unanimous, make it 100%. This is possible. Clear? AC is not working, no? Okay. Mr. Dinesh incorporated a new private limited company under the provision of Companies Act and desires to commence the business. AC is not working, no? Yes. And desires to commence the business immediately. Please advise Mr. Dinesh about the procedure for commencement of business as laid under provision of Section 10A of Companies Act 2013. They help you. They shouldn't have given the sections and all. Yeah. Oh, so what is Section 10A? So Mr. Dinesh wants to know the procedure for commencement of business. What is the procedure for commencement of business? Two things you have to satisfy. What is that? First one. First, to make sure your registered office address is communicated with the registrar. Agreed? That is nothing but you would have filed one form called INC 22. Yes, sir. 22 only. Now, people, second condition is, okay, you would have filed INC 22. That is communication of registered office address. What is the second condition you need to satisfy? Declaration by directors that within how many days? Okay. The director has to give a declaration that people, that company has received the subscription money within 180 days of incorporation. If these two conditions are satisfied, then you can file your certificate of commencement of business. You can file it with ROC. ROC will give you certificate of commencement of business. Now you can commence the business. Clear? What if within 180 days this is not filed? Only penalty. This is one of the reason for strike off of the company. ROC may initiate a strike off if this is not filed within 180 days of incorporation of the company. Clear? Hello, section 10A. Paritosh and friends got registered a company in the name of Taxman Advisory Private Limited. Taxman is a registered trademark. After 5 years, when the owner of trademark came to know about the same, it filed an application with relevant authority. Can the company be compelled to change its name by the owner of trademark? Can the owner of registered trademark request the company and then company changes its name at its discretion? Yes, there are people always remember one more mistake that students do in the exam. See, this is a paragraph question. If you see, there are two questions in it. One is this and one is this. You end up only answering one at times. So go through the entire question very carefully. There are high chances there will be two questions. You will end up writing answer only for one question. Go through the question completely. Is this clear? Okay. Sections involved in this. What are the sections? First one. Section 16. Whenever there is a registered trademark holder within 3 years of incorporation of the duplicate company, that later company, the registered trademark holder may file an application with central government along with proper evidence. If CG is satisfied, CG will give a communication to change its name. After the communication, within how many days should the company alter its name? Within 30 days, within 3 months, within 3 years. 3 months, 30 days, 3 years. Okay, within 3 months, the company shall change its name. If the company does not change its name, CG only will allot a new name. Yes, sir. Hello. People, okay, there is no question. They have not asked you, but I am adding one more question to this. The central government, upon an inspection, Somoto realized that a company is registered with a similar name that of another company. CG on a Somoto inspection realized that one company is incorporated with a similar name as that of another company. Now it's been 5 years since that company has been incorporated. Can CG initiate any action in this regard? Yes or no? How many of you think no? It's been 5 years since the company is incorporated. No? Not even one? Okay, all of you think it is yes. CG may initiate. Remember, CG does not have any restricted time period. The 3 years period is only given to the registered trademark holder. CG on its own, they have not defined the timeline in the act. When you guys have studied also, you would have studied like that only. CG on its own or upon an application made by the registered trademark holder within 3 years of incorporation. That is what you would have seen. Agreed? Okay. That's my first answer. I can change. I mean, here, can I go? Can the company be compelled to change its name by the owner of the trademark? Cut, copy, paste. Hence, I will write the company cannot be compelled to change its name by the owner of the trademark since the 3-year period has elapsed. I want to look cool in front of the invigilator, sorry, evaluator. What will I write? The 3-year limitation period is elapsed. This 3-year and all is called as limitation period. Meaning, whenever you have to go to any authorities, there is always a particular time within which you need to go. If you do not go, you cannot go forever. That is called as a limitation. Yes? Clear? Okay. What is the second part? Can the owner of the registered trademark request the company and then company changes? Request, nothing but begging only, sir. Please. If they listen, then we don't mind. What is the section? Section, which section they'll follow? Section 13. They should follow nothing but alteration of MOA. Name clause. Hello. Okay. Next one. Mr. Abhi is a chartered accountant and MBA. When you guys are evaluating, make sure section 16 is there. The entire procedure required is there. For voluntary, a request has to be made. The company will follow section 13 procedure. If that is there, give them mark. If not, deduct it. Mr. Abhi is a chartered accountant and MBA by profession. Has been appointed as an executive director on the board of XYZ Limited. His job profile includes advising the board of directors of the company on various compliance matters, strategies, business plans, and risk matters relating to the company. Keeping in view of the above position, whether Mr. Abhi can be classified as a promoter of XYZ Limited, please explain the same under the provision of Companies Act. Is he a promoter? First of all, what is the definition of promoter? Any person named as a promoter in prospectus and annual return and a person on whose instructions the directors are accustomed to act and who has the control over the company as a director or as a shareholder. Correct? Who has been named prospectus annual return, who has control directly or indirectly as a shareholder or as a director, in whose directions the board of directors are accustomed to act. Here they're telling you uh, his job profile includes advising board of directors of the company on various compliance matters like strategy, business plan, risk matters, and all itself. So he is advising the board, and the board are listening to him. So is he considered as promoter or not? No. Why? Anyone acting in the professional capacity, that is my profession. It is not control. That is my profession. That is why you guys have appointed me. In that capacity, if I'm acting people, it will not be considered as a promoter. So in this case, Mr. Abhi, as he is merely acting in his professional capacity as a chartered accountant, he will not be considered as a promoter. Clear? How will I write it? 269. I will write definition. The third clause is there. No. In accordance with whose directions the board of directors are accustomed to act. I'll write there exception. A person acting in the professional capacity. Now I'll write facts of the case. In the given case, Mr. Abhi is advising the company in his capacity as a chartered accountant on these matters. Conclusion. As this amounts to an exception, no, Mr. Abhi will not be considered as a promoter of the company as he is just advising the company in his professional capacity. That's how I'll structure my answer. Is this clear? All of you? Okay. An allottee of shares in a company brought action against a director in respect of false statements in prospectus. The director contended that the statements were prepared by the promoters and he has relied on them. Is the director liable under the circumstances? Decide referring to the provision of Companies Act. Is he liable? Yes, sir. Is he liable? No exception. When will you give an exception? He takes back, he withdraws his consent and he gives a public notice about it and he believes that whatever the statements are made is true in his best of his knowledge. If you remember that 34 and 35, there are exceptions. In that exception, nowhere it is given that people, I relied upon someone's certification and I signed. That is not possible. You are not a postman. When I'm telling you to certify, you are liable for whatever you certify. So is this exception valid? Answer is no. And hence the director will be liable under section 34 and 35 as the case may be. Hello? Criminal liability, if at all intention is proved. But civil liability, 100% yes. For whatever losses are suffered, I will be able to recover the money, unlimitedly liable. Hello? Okay. What is meant by abridged prospector? Under what circumstances an abridged prospectus need not accompany the detailed information regarding the prospectus along with the application form? What are the penalties in case of default in complying with the provision related to the issue of prospectus? Yes, people. What have you guys written? Everyone is liable. Everyone is, even if expert is there, expert is also liable. Everyone are liable.
For example, in this question, it said it was an expert in chart accounting, device he signed.
You should have also verified. So if you can't say I relied upon him and I also signed. If you have verified, that's a different story. Because we never have a point to say that I believed in his sake nature and I also signed. That is not a valid, defense. Yes, people. What did you guys write here? Abridged prospectus from Blue Moon. Most of you would have left it also. First of all, how many questions are there here? 3. I hope most of you guys understood that. 17. Aha. First, what is meant by abridged prospectus? Correct. Section 2, clause 1. First one is your abridged prospectus, which has only salient features. That is abridged prospectus done. Under what circumstances an abridged prospectus need not accompany the detailed information regarding prospectus. That's a word. Existing members are there. Keyword is there. If shares or debentures or any security is issued to existing members, then I need not have to give them abridged prospectus. Second one. Huh? If it's not a public issue, in these two scenarios, I need not have to give a abridged prospectus. These two were important. Yes, hello. Okay. Liable for penalty of 50,000. Why was a third thing given now? Just to tell you, penalty may come. I in exam don't know penalty came off, we would have studied and all. Penalty will come. One question here and there will be there. Weightage of 1 or 2, 3 mark, probably max. Okay. Purple Limited wants to raise funds for its upcoming project. Accordingly, it has issued private placement offer letter for issuing equity shares to. Hey, what happened to this? 55% of which 4 are qualified institutional buyers and remaining are individuals. Before the completion of allotment of equity shares under this offer letter, company issued another private placement offer letter to another 155% in their individual names for issue of its debentures. Being a public company, is it possible for Purpose Limited to issue private placement offer? By doing so, whether the company is in compliance with the provisions relating to the private placement, or should these offers be treated as public offer? What is the offer for debentures is given after the allotment equity shares, but within the time, within the same financial year. 3 questions are there. Yes, first one, can a public company do private placement? Answer is yes, there is no restriction as per section 23. Okay, next one. By doing so, whether the company is in compliance with the provisions relating to the private placement, have the company done it right? There is a private placement that is going on, equity shares. Now they are also doing 155 people, they are doing it for debentures. Is it possible? What is the restriction? At any given point of time, there cannot be no 2 private placement offers going simultaneously. After one being completely done and completed, allotment is filed, PAS3 is filed. Until then, I cannot initiate any other private placement. So in this case, when one private placement is going on, company cannot initiate a second issue of private placement, even if it is a different security. Okay, third one, if it is done after, are they in compliance? Is it in compliance? Yes, because they are trying to confuse you. 155 plus 55. Correct. So the limit of 200 is per security. So can I issue to 155 people? Yes, done. Three questions. What is the section private placement of? 42. Good. The board of directors of Plum Limited proposes to issue prospectors inviting offers from the public for subscribing to the equity shares of the company. State the reports which shall be included in the prospectus for the purpose of providing financial information under the provision of Companies Act 2013. What is this? Matters to be stated in prospectus, section 26, subsection 1. What does it say? Until something is prescribed here, we followed SEBI Act 1992. Correct? Provided you have to give a declaration that you have not done any non-compliance in SCRA, SEBI Act, Companies Act. There is no non-compliance done. You have to give a disclosure. Hello? Hello? That's all. Pretty easy paper. Huh? If you ask me, it's a very easy paper. Your next paper, whichever you'll be writing, again, I'm telling you, giving you a prior intimation. Monday, you will have a test. Again, I'm telling you, I'm expecting everyone to write. Next exam, you don't write. I don't know what I'll do, but Pakka, I'll do some kirik only in your life. Yes, sir. So difficulty will be high. The chapters we are going to have is chapter 8 and 9. Yeah. Prepare well and go. And for the second test, I think they have given 55 marks. MCQ, take it as 2. You guys said the paper is lengthy. So take MCQ as 2. In the marks, they have given 1 mark into 5. Treat it as 2 marks into 5. So if you get it right, it will be 2 marks. Wrong, 2 marks. Clear? Hello? Sir, is there any mistakes to avoid? See, from exam point of view, people, see, one thing I'll tell you, okay, keep these things in mind. That is okay.